Hey, this is Beverly. I will not be denied. Bozeman, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. Be sure to share this broadcast with your friends and your family. 4 ways to walk by faith. In life, there are things that we must have and goals we want to accomplish, and sometimes it's beyond what we can do on our own, or at least it might seem that way. This is where faith comes in. Hebrews 11 in the Bible is a really good chapter to read regarding faith. Hebrews 11 and 1 says that the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The NLT version is a really good version to read and study up on that because it's kind of contemporary. But in my estimation, what that is saying is we have to choose to believe that we already have the thing. That's how I understand it. That's how I choose to have faith for the things I can't do by myself. Because if you can do it by yourself, you don't need to have faith for it. You don't need to choose to believe that it's going to work out or that you're going to get it or they'll be okay. Because you can do something about it. If it's beyond your control, that's where you need faith. And if you have faith, you're basically saying that you choose to believe that it's already done. Not it's going to be, that's hope. Anybody can hope for something, but you just have this confidence that it is already done. It is a choice to have the confidence. And there are 4 components that I think go along with it. We have to walk by faith a lot in life. And because I do walk by faith, there are things that I have realized that can help and or hinder our faith walk. So the first thing is focus. If we are going to walk by faith, we have to have a focus. And because life is filled with distractions, one of the focuses is the goal or the end result. And when I say focus, I mean get excited about it. If you are wanting to move into your own home, instead of being concerned and weighed down by the home buying process, because it is a long process if you're borrowing money from the bank and having, especially if you're having it built and all this stuff, thinking about the house, having a picture of the house, something to look forward to and get excited about, that allows you to stay focused, because in between the time you decide and start the process and the time that you get it, it can be a really long process in the middle. It can be frustrating, it can be overwhelming, and it can be a whole lot of ups and downs to go along with it, right? So having the focus on the end result can help to strengthen your faith, or at least stabilize your faith. We're going to get this house. It's already ours. So in that process, you start packing already and you start buying little things for the house. So your focus on the end goal will help to strengthen your faith walk. Also, for some people, they have the faith that the thing is we're going to just talk about the house, right? Because it's doable, right? So for some people, they're not really concerned about the house because they've been approved for the house, and it's just, a matter of paperwork being done, right? But it's the time in between that's worrying them or frustrating them. It's the journey. It's the faith walk, as I've heard it called. It's the journey of faith that will strengthen us. The in-between time, they've been approved. We got all the paperwork done as far as getting the approval for the loan, but there's always these documents in between. And then there's sometimes you need money for this or money for that, and you have to secure this and secure that, and you're finding out things about the neighborhood, but the house is already theirs. They pretty much believe, but it's the process in between. For some people, that's like, oh my God, this is so horrible. It's the wait. But during the wait, They learn things about themselves. They learn things about their spouses. They learn things about the people in their lives who is really not their friend or who really is their friend. Because they can have somebody come from out of nowhere, or it's somebody they hadn't seen in a long time. I heard you were trying to buy a house. My husband is a carpenter and he does, really good work. And we'll help you in whatever way you need in getting this done, Or somebody who is claiming to be your friend, whatever you want or whatever you need, let me know. And you call them to ask, can they run some documents to your lawyer or whatever? Oh, I'm busy. I can't even, I wish I could. It's the in-between, and it will help them to strengthen their own faith walk because you learn things about yourself and you will learn, okay, this is going to be done. And I have more faith in the people that I never thought I could. Faith is always, supposed to be in God, right? But sometimes we put our faith in people, or we realize we can't put our faith in people for a particular time. Okay, and then the focus can also be on the promise. If you have a relationship with God and he has promised you anything, your focus in regards to your faith walk can be, and sometimes it's going to have to be on what God promised you. I am a living witness to that. There was a time when I was wanting to, buy a house, and in real life, things didn't look like I would be able to get it for a while. But I was talking to God one day and he told me some things about a house and told me to start looking. So I did. And when I would run into roadblocks while I was just looking, people would tell me things when I would go look at houses, and it was kind of discouraging. I would hold on to the promise that God gave me that I was going to have a house, right? And so my faith was strengthened and held up because I focused on his promise, not on what those people said. So having a focus is one way to walk by faith. And another way to walk by faith is to ask yourself questions along the way regarding that particular situation. Okay, we're going to stick with the house, right? So, where is my confidence? When you are faced with the situation of buying the house, right? You have to immediately ask yourself the question, where is my confidence? You have to have a confidence, or choose to have a confidence that you're going to get this house, right? So is the confidence in your realtor? Is it in the banker? Is it in you? Is it in your employer? Is it in God? Is it in the contractor? There are going to be many moving pieces, and those pieces are sometimes, or most of the time, people. Is your confidence in God? Is your confidence in you? Is your confidence in people? You have to find out where your confidence is. You have to ask yourself that particular question. Then when you find out your source, you need to ask yourself, why? Why am I trusting in this banker? And I'm not saying you shouldn't put any type of trust in anybody, but your number one trust should be in God. And then in you, because there's work that you have to do. You have to choose to have faith. You have to choose to have faith. And if you don't have confidence in yourself in this faith walk, it's not going to work. There's going to be holes in it, and it's going to leak. And every time you are faced with a situation that requires faith and it has the holes in it and it leaks, you're going to say this faith stuff don't work. You're going to get mad with God. And you're going to question God. And then you're going to look around at other people. So-and-so got a house. Why can't I get a house? She the biggest garden tool in town. God blessing her with a house. The third way to walk by faith is sacrifice. Doesn't really seem like it, but it is. And I say that because the faith walk is a choice to believe that it's already yours, right? But there are things that need to take place, things that don't need to happen, or things that need to be discontinued just for a season so that it will strengthen your faith. So, for instance, if you still talking about the house, if you have faith that a particular house is yours already, and you're in the process of getting things rolling, you haven't really signed everything, you may need to stop spending, frivolously spending. Stop lending money. Stop eating out. Creating a budget. Because when you are trying to apply for a loan, they're going to dig all into your financial statements. They're going to dig into your spending habits. You know, I guess it depends on the actual lender, how in depth they go in any type of programs that you are trying to get your house through. So if you have a habit of just being frivolous with your money, or not budgeting, or lending money out to people, not knowing if you'll get it back, that's a habit that you need to stop. If you are wanting to have this house, if you believe that this house is yours, you got to do things on your own to make sure there are no hindrances, to make sure there are no bumps in the road. So sacrificing the spending, just frivolous spending, that's a sacrifice that you need to make. Also, you can have faith all day long, but if you have a bad habit of talking to people or a certain person about your future plans or what you're in the process of doing, and that person is a undercover hater, you need to sacrifice that friendship for a season, or you need to sacrifice telling them everything. Now, here's the thing. If this is a person that you know loves to gossip, love to run people down, you can rest assured that they're doing the same thing about you, right? But if you cancel telling them your business, you don't have to give them the cold shoulder and treat them like dirt or act like they don't exist. You don't got to do all that. But stop telling them your business. You'll notice things about them. They'll either kind of get an attitude, why you don't tell me stuff no more? Or you'll hear stuff about you from other people, and you know they said, well, she acting kind of funny. That's what I heard now. I heard you acting kind of funny. So-and-so said that so-and-so said that so-and-so said that you acting kind of funny. And you're going to have to sacrifice those types of relationships, because it's all about faith, of course. But if you have the negative people over here pulling on you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, draining you, that's going to pull from your confidence that you need to have for your faith. Because your confidence that is already done is what holds your faith up. It's the undergird. It's the support beams for what you believe in for. But if you got somebody who's bringing you negativity all the time, that's got to mess with your spirit. And negativity is going to eat away at your confidence. All right. And then the fourth way to walk by faith is to avoid foolishness. Foolishness is negativity. Foolishness is gossip. Foolishness is time wasters. Now, everybody's time wasters could be different. For some people, it's watching TV. For some people, it's just hanging out with no agenda. Negativity of any kind. Avoid that too. And these are just examples, but everybody's situation is going to be different, to the point that you have to determine what you need to avoid. For some people, it's eating certain foods, because it'll make you feel bad, make you feel sluggish, make you not have any energy. keep you at a certain weight or keep you on certain medications, and you can't feel confident. It's hard to feel confident in one area and feel bad in another area. That's going to affect your confidence level. And you have to have confidence. You have to have a strong confidence. Choose to believe that it's already done. But it's hard to do that when your confidence level is low. Anyways, that's about it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. And to recap, 4 ways to walk by faith is focus, ask yourself questions, sacrifice, and avoid foolishness and negativity. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Be sure to release your genius. Pull off the impossible every day. Remember, you will have whatever it is that you say. So be positive when you speak, Queen.